Okay, here's your quick tip. Now, there are dozens and dozens and dozens of ways that people have come up with to keep their paint, this is for oil paint by the way, to keep their paint wet on the palette overnight or maybe over several days. Some people put their palettes in freezers, there's just, I've heard all kinds of things. Well, this is my favorite way. Add this to your arsenal. If it works for you, that'd be great. So one thing, when I finish at the end of the day or whenever, and I still want to continue with that same palette, I find that first of all, the mixtures on the palette that are thinner, they're probably going to dry out depending on what mixtures or what paint is actually in the mixtures, because some colors, as you know, will dry out quicker than others. So I will just scrape those away. This is a window scraper, and just works very easily. Just scrape those away, because it's the main big mixtures that I'm interested in saving. So once that's done, you can, it's kind of optional as to whether you just go ahead and clean this. I usually like to do that because it's easier to clean it once it's still fresh, and a little bit of linseed oil and mineral spirits, so that kind of takes away the excess, and that gets it going for the next day. Then here comes the magic. The thing about oil paint is it doesn't dry, it oxidizes. So what we're trying to do is deprive it of oxygen and also keep it soft. Well, I'm going to use two things to do that. One is I want to dampen here to help close off and also help keep it soft. So I have my little mixture that is 50% refined mineral spirits and 50% linseed oil. In fact, the mineral spirits is terpenoid, Gemsol or terpenoid, either one works just as well. Very light mist of that over the entire areas, wherever I'm trying to, whatever areas of paint I want to keep soft. Then we go to the good old plastic wrap, and not just lay the plastic wrap over it, but lay the plastic wrap over the paint and gently seal around the edges like that, around the edges. Push out any bubbles, because those bubbles have oxygen in them, and they're going to facilitate drying, which you don't want. So I just push out those bubbles. There, I don't know if this is visible, but there's a big bubble right there. I'm going to push that right out, right there. Seal it. The liquid helps to seal it, and also the liquid will help to keep it moist, so that, and this will stay nice and nice and soft for several days. In fact, having the liquid there, so that when I'm ready to use it again, I just lift off the plastic wrap and I'm ready to go. So there's your quick tip.